I have a question for you all. What is more important? Is it speed? Damage? Healing? Agility? Well, the answer is
It
obviously
won't.
fun.
See, look, he's too careful. Watch this, Dasp!
Hello. So, we ended up getting a small little update yesterday about Sarko and Iggy and some bug fixes. Sarko looks a lot better with its swimming animation now, and Iggy uses quite a good chunk more stamina when sprinting. And also Sarko swims a bit faster than before now. I mean, it's still going to be an ambush playable, for the most part, but hey, take what you can get. Anyway, so today's video is going to be something I found extremely funny, and it goes back to the old question of the community: what's more important, having lots of damage, speed, healing, who cares, right? The most important thing is having fun, and that is what I did in this video. Because in my endeavor of fun, I got accused of hacking not once, but twice in one night. But it wasn't just me playing alone. I was also playing with two other people, Toxic Midget and Cherry. And before we actually get into the video, I'd like to encourage anybody who enjoys Path of Titans PvP to go check out Toxic Midget's channel. He is a very, very good player. The stuff he pulls off in his videos, I just don't know how he does it. Okay, I haven't got the patience or the skill or the technique to actually pull off what he pulls off in quite a lot of his videos, and he's very consistent with it. So go check him out, and yeah. With all that out of the way,
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoy. So for this clip, me, Toxic, and Cherry were just playing this composition for pure memes. It's two Struthies and a Lambiosaurus. It was more the case that we were very curious at how fast we can make a Struthi trot, maybe even trot faster than it sprints. In other words, sprinting for no stamina, right? And this is because one ability in the survival call is called Hustle, a call that increases your group's trot speed by 20% for 5 minutes within 75 meters. But here's the funny thing: if you have a Lambio and a Struthi both running survival calls, and they both use Hustle, they count as separate buffs, so in other words, we're getting 40% trot speed. I don't know how close to the sprint speed that makes the Struthi's trot speed, but either way, it's still a very, very fast thing that doesn't have to use stamina anymore. At least until the buffs run out, in which, guess what, we can just repop them again. That makes me think, though, how many debuffs are there in the game that actually slow a person down? And I don't want to count full bone break, because you do one charge bite from a Rex and something's bone broken, it's gonna die. But, I mean, like, we have Fracture, we have Cerato's Taunt, we have Tenderize from Spino and Deinonychus. How much further? Is there anything else that slows people down? The devs are definitely gonna need to keep an eye on that if they plan to add anything else that can do any sort of new slowdown debuff or mechanic. Anyway, let's get away from that tangent. We decided to go over into Big Quill Lake in order to get any sort of interaction that we could get, because we weren't really getting much in Green Hills. And that was where Toxic ended up spotting an adolescent Tyrannotitan. And so we just let him try to fight it on his own. You know what? This would be a good example for what kind of stuff you end up finding on his channel.
You're so fast with that hustle! I don't have rodeo either. You're gonna get knocked in the water. Oh, he did that in, that owl movement. Fuck. It's too fast for you to control. There you go. Uh, I... Toxic. Toxic. Stop clip farming with Struthy.
And so we carried on towards Salt Flats, but before we ended up actually hitting there, we ended up coming across a Dasplito, in which of course Toxic wanted to give it a go. I think he's enjoying this double hustle setup a little too much. But let's not forget this is a Dasp we're dealing with right here, and so one Struthy is just not gonna cut it. But I could help with at least making it use up more stamina by just pushing it into the water. This is the best build in the game after all, the Burger King lamb, or in other words, fully aquatic.
I'm doing this again.
By doing this again, I ended up finding an anno one time, and I knocked it into the water, and every time it swam back to shore, I would just knock it back in until it was out of stamina, then I would hit it with the dunking kick on lamb until it was dead. I really wish I kept that clip. But while I was doing all this, one of the Struthies ended up warning me that a Meg had just walked into the lake. And so I kind of panicked in trying to keep this going. But now that I've shown pretty much that I'm not really set up to actually fight the Dasp with rodeo or anything like that to properly defend myself, they start properly coming after me, while the Meg ends up going after the Struthies. I eventually end up taking enough damage that I decide to pop my guiding beacon and to slowly walk over to any sort of cliff, like maybe the cliff of Salt Flats. They'll end up showing up. I just know it. What you're about to watch is the reason I love guiding beacons so much. It's so harmless, but it's so fun.
Oh no. Oh no. Hey, Dasp! Hey, Dasp! Guess what?
Right now, Toxic is asking if I can end up luring the Dasp over to the edge and maybe possibly just knocking it off. But as you're about to see, they are pretty careful.
Am I hacking, Dasp? It won't. See, look, he's too careful. Watch this, Dasp!
Now, the funny part to me here is that after all that time spent biting, and they watch me jump off and they're probably expecting to hear a dead lamb sound, but they do almost like a double take and is kind of just staring at me. It's like, wait, what the hell? What just happened? As I waddle away in the distance. But here is where we end up getting the true humor.
Ah! I called it! I called it! Lambio and SF! Oh.
It has actually become way too common for me to know if someone on the server is playing a Guiding Beacon Lambio, because I'll end up always seeing, hey, there's a hacker lamb in the server. All I want to say is there's more things than healing and combat calls, come on. I've actually gotten so sick of repeating myself to people who accuse me of hacking that I just say, go play lamb and go try it out. The fact that it isn't hitting you back should tell you something, right? Something important before you accuse of hacking? Anyway, so they end up making their way down in a less flashy manner and continuing to follow. But there were some problems with them doing so, and that was that there were some other things in Salt Flats, being a Lambio, some Picnos, Apache, and Anno, and yeah, you can guess where this is going. And so they ended up attacking the Dasp while I'm pretty much still running and being happy that I predicted the future.
Oh, I called it! I called it! Oh, it's like, oh yeah, watch this guy accuse me of hacking. Accuse this lamb of hacking because they don't know what a mechanic is. I'm just gonna... Oh wait, my guiding beacon is off a cooldown already. Isn't that funny?
And this is where Cherry was telling me that everything was really just attacking the Dasp. And so I ended up popping my guiding beacon and heading back just to stand in front of it.
Hey, look, I'm hacking! Oh no, look, I'm hacking! I'm totally not using that ability called Guiding Beacon that you don't know how to read.
I can't lie. If the first thing you have to say to someone who's doing something that you don't understand is to accuse them of hacking, I'm gonna be mean. And now, for some reason, after the Dasp got put to death scars, everyone kind of just stopped and stared at it. Before eventually, well, it's gonna end sooner or later. The real question, though, is just what's gonna actually finally finish the job, once and for all. And it was the pick nose, which now just says to me that I think it's time that we just all, I don't know, disperse. And so I walked off into Hoodoo Expanse in order to go get some food and water. All with the ensuing global chat of the Salt Flats group now being accused of working with a hacker. I do like that the Salt Flats group are asking how are they hacking. In other words, are they flying? Are they dealing infinite damage? Are they super speed? Who knows, right? And obviously which lamb is hacking, in which me, of course, apparently. And then, of course, you know, the upcoming recorded and you're getting reported. I'm apparently immortal. Yeah, it's all good. You know, it's basic, you know, Burger King lamb stuff, right? All I can really tell people is go make a lamb, run the survival calls, read Guiding Beacon. That's all I can tell people. I am sick of repeating myself in-game. But now, my immortality is being put to the test. As pretty much the group are they gonna just test to see if I'm really immortal now. And so now I'm just going to leave this next part just raw or uncut.
Oh, they're attacking me now.
And I guess you could say I got a little bit annoyed that I was getting
not active
attacked,
right now.
you know, by a group that just helped me. But I get it. They've been
6
told
seconds,
that
5,
you know
4, 3,
the person they
2,
just helped was a
1.
hacker, and so they've got to test it themselves. They've got to make sure.
Yeah, I'm
Just
popping
watch where I've started and watch where I end up.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna run. Yeah. Oh, you know what? This lamb is very helpful. Go on, push me off. Push me off. Do it. Do it. Push me off. Do it. Whee! Oh no, my leg's broken, but I still have plenty of health. Oh. Hey, hey, Picno, Picno. Hey, Picno, follow me. Watch this. You know what? Actually, yeah, yeah. Would you like to do the honors, Picno? Would you like to do the honors? Oh, fine. I'll do the honors. Watch this. Whee! The Picnos are trying to jump down, but they're gonna take a bunch of fall damage. Uh, well, fucking, I did a better spot then. I had to use it because I was off cooldown. Well, obviously, I'm the target here. Yeah, everyone thinks I'm immortal. Yeah, yeah, I'm a full swim speed lamb. Watch this, Picno. There is no reduced oxygen damage. I can't fight this, just so you know. Yeah, I will. I don't. I'm out of stem. Not great. Oh, Naga! Naga's trying to keep me up afloat. No. Oh yeah, I got a bit. Oh yeah, the pick no. I'm gonna drown now. Yep. Yep. What did it take? Too much.
As I said, I did get a little bit annoyed that it was happening in the first place, but what can I say? I get it. I do get it. The positive thing was that they confirmed it. Wasn't hacking, it's dead. And so here we are at the end. So, my thoughts on this is that, one, yeah, it is a little bit salt farmy. I will agree with you 100% on that. Definitely a very salt farmy video. But there's been quite a few dinosaurs in the game, or, you know, mechanics added into the game that are centered around PvE, right? Just simple stuff like being able to starve slower with a survival call Lambio, or eat faster with, say, Serato, or a survival call Barsboldia. You know, just basic stuff. The only kind of real issue with that right now is that, well, there is pretty much next to no PvE in the game, and I am kind of just looking forward to that one quote that Matt ended up saying. Imagine what the players will do once half the game is PvE and half of it is PvP. And who knows, maybe, you know, more PvE mechanics like, say, Guiding Beacon, like the survival calls on certain dinos. And, yeah, maybe they'll take front and center stage, because right now, it seems that everyone wants to just play, I do big damage, nom nom nom. And, you know, once you mix someone in that isn't doing that, it always blows my mind how many people end up getting surprised by it, right? And it's not even like that it's strong, it's just really unexpected. And I guess I would just like to see more PvE in the game. And I know some people may say PvE is boring, it's predictable, but who cares, right? Just do whatever you find fun, really. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. And I hope you all have a lovely day. Make sure to go check out Toxic Midget, by the way. And yeah, bye.